Okay, hi ladies, good evening. I hope you're all well. And yeah, if there's any injuries, just take it nice and easy. Yeah, if you're not quite feeling it tonight, just make sure you take it nice and easy. All right, so what we need today is, if you've got a strap, this will help you at the end of this session. I'll explain in a moment. But yeah, also you need your blocks as well. All right, so we're going to be doing the pyramid or intense stretch of the West. And we're also doing our extended side angle. Okay, so it's always useful to have your blocks to hand. So just make sure you put your blocks to the sides. All right. So this session today is about the core, and it's also about cardio as well. All right. So the first half is going to be concentrating more on the core, and the second half is going to be sort of warrior series, getting into our cardio. All right. Excellent. All right. So before we begin, we always have to come down and give ourselves time to ground and to relax. And I hope you can see me okay on this video. So this is the first video I've done using a different camera. Okay, so I hope it's fine. So a little bit of an experiment here. All right then. Okay, so we come into our easy pose. Make sure we're nice and relaxed, shoulders are squeezed together. Taking a nice big deep inhale. As we do, we're kind of just relaxing our shoulders back and down as we exhale. And we're once again taking that nice big deep inhale. Elongating your spine, lengthening it up towards the sky, and then on the exhale we just bring ourselves down, but keeping the integrity of the posture. All right. And make sure your sitting bones are on the ground so you get the fleshy parts out of the way as well. And just really become nice and present. Feeling your bum on the mat. Feeling your ribs rise as you inhale, and then relax as you exhale. If you've had a troublesome day or you're fearing something ahead of you, this is time where you can spend for yourself, having an hour where you don't have to think about anything other than what you're doing right now. Just keeping breathing nice and evenly. Okay, so open up your eyes if you've got them closed. And then we're going to take a nice big deep inhale. As we do, we're going to lift the arms up, looking up at our hands. And then exhaling as we come down, bring the arms down by the sides and your head at the same time. So we're really stretching the back of the neck. Okay, then inhale, raise your arms up again. Looking up at your hands, stretching the neck, and then exhaling down. And stretching the vertebrae, the cervical part of your spine. And inhale, rise up again, and exhale down. Folding your head forward, looking at your navel. Okay, inhale, rise up with your head, and then as you exhale, bring your right ear to your right shoulder. Breathing nice and evenly, keeping the shoulder tucked down, and then inhale, rise up again, and exhale down towards the other side. And you can utilise your hand, remember, to also, so as you're down to the left side, bring your left hand up and just touch on the opposite temple, helping that stretch. All right, and release, inhale up. As you exhale, release your shoulders. Inhale, take your arms up, and we're going to come down to the right hand side and then swing your arm overhead, stretching the side body. Inhale up, exhale, down the other side, so supporting yourself as you go down. Inhale up and exhale down the other side. Then we're going to carry on doing this using the breath, each side, getting the lateral flexion in the spine to the left and to the right. Okay, perfect. And then come up, put your hands to the side. Inhale, take your arms up. And we're going to rotate round to the right side, utilising your knee to leverage your body round. Okay, and just come forward. Inhale, take your arms up again, and exhale down the other side. So as we're twisting, rotating the spine round, we're breathing nice and evenly, looking just towards the right or left, where you are. Okay, and then coming round. Excellent, and just getting the spine nice and warmed up. Take your legs out in front of you. Okay, support yourself to the rear, and all we're going to do is bring the feet up on the in-breath, take them down, inhale, come up, and then we're just going to rotate them round. Alright, rotate the feet round and then round the opposite way. Alright? And once we've done that, just take your feet apart slightly. Inhale, lengthen. And as we exhale, we're going to draw the knees down towards the ground. And then we're going to inhale, keep the feet where they are, and then drop the knees down to the other side. If you can see my hips are a little bit tight, so I'm coming up where you want to try and keep your sitting bones on the ground. And then we're just going to come over across the other side till we kind of get these hips nice and warmed up. Inhale, lengthen, exhale down, inhale, lengthen, exhale down. Perfect. Come round onto our all fours. All right, take your knees and hands hip width apart, shoulders above the wrists, and your knees, your hips above your knees. Okay, and then as you inhale, you're going to bring your belly down towards the ground and have a look up towards the sky into our cow pose. And then we're going to exhale, round up your spine. Inhale down. Exhale, round up. And you might just hear it crack. As long as it's not hurting, that's fine. And exhale up. Inhale down. And let's go with one more. So nice and dynamically, so you're really getting a flexion and extension in the spine. Okay, and just relax there, come to a normal posture. And what we're going to do is just take your bum back towards your heels, come forward if you have to, and then we're going to take have some support to the rear and just lift up the knees, and we're just getting a nice extension in the fronts of the foot. Alright, and then come up. As we do, tuck the toes back under, and we're just going to warm up the wrists and get the elbows in, warm it all up, flicking out the fingers like so, like you've got a bit of water on your hands, just flicking them out, getting them nice and warm. Okay, lovely, excellent. All right, and lastly, we're just going to bring the shoulders up on the inhale and then round the back. Squeeze them together, inhale up, and then out round the back. Inhale up, out round the back. Notice you still got your toes tucked under, just giving a bit of flexion in the toes. And then last one. All right, and come up into a standing position, our Tadasana. I'm just going to move the mat slightly this way. Hopefully that's okay. Yep, perfect. All right. Coming into our Tadasana. So feet either hip width apart or bring them together, depending how much balance you want. All right. So we're going to take the hand and tuck the tailbone in, bring the shoulders back and down, squeeze them together and then bring them down. So you're tucking your shoulder blades into your back pockets. Okay, and then we're going to take a rise up with the arms and forward folding, hinging at the hips, putting a bend in the knees if you need to, dropping the head down so you're looking directly through your legs, trying to get your chest to your knees, so put a bend in the knees if you need to. And then we're going to inhale up, rise, raise the torso up parallel to the ground, bring your knees up your shins into a half forward fold, then place the hands down, step back into our plank, engage the core, engage the buttocks, engage the thighs, take the knees down, then we're going to take the chest down and lower the hips. Lastly, swing your arms forward, raising the torso up into Sphinx pose. Make sure the elbows are into the side body and then release the torso down, pressing away from the mat into our downward dog. So just come up via your knees, hips nice and high in downward dog, and then just begin to walk out this downward dog. Bring your shoulders back and down, retract them, drop your head, look up through your navel. Okay, and start to walk forward or jump forward, step forward into a half forward fold. So raise the torso up parallel to the ground and then drop, on the exhale, drop your head down into a full forward fold and then come up vertebrae by vertebrae all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center and come into our Tadasana. I'm just going to switch the light on. Okay, once again, inhale, rise up into our extended mountain pose and then forward fold, hinging at the hips, all the way down. Inhaling up, half forward fold. Exhale, plant the palms down, step back into plank. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, draw the knees down, then the chest, keeping the hips high, and then finally dropping the hips down, pushing away into Cobra, shoulders back, remember, engage your thighs, and then back to downward dog. Hips nice and high. Once again, if you feel like you need to just walk the downward dog out, pressing the heels down. Okay, and walk forward, step forward, whatever you want to do. So if you're going to step forward, just put a bend in the knees and then come forward, stepping through into a half forward fold. Exhale, full forward fold. And then let's come up vertebrae by vertebrae all the way up, extending your hands to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center, coming down into our Tadasana. Mountain pose. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, down, forward folding. Inhale, up, half forward fold. A little bit faster this time. Exhale, plant your palms down, step back into plank. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw the whole body down. Get the elbows into the side body. Chest first. Inhale, rise up to up dog or cobra. So if you're up dog, take the hips and the thighs off the ground and then back to downward dog. Let's give that another go. So let's come up onto the toes, bring that wave forward, coming into your plank, lower yourself down. Inhale up to cobra or up dog, make sure the shoulders back and then back to downward dog. Okay, lovely. And just push the heels down so you're feeling the stretch on the backs of the legs. All right, we're going to take the right leg up towards the sky, put a bend in the knee, bringing it all the way through, stacking in between your hands, but we're going to leave the knee up by the chest, and then nice and controlled, placing your foot in between your hands. Drop the knee down, inhale, rise up, and exhale, push the hips forward. Okay, leaving your torso nice and lengthened, and you can, if you want, just pulse with your hip flexors. And inhale, lengthen, exhale, draw the hands down either side of your feet, and then come back into our downward dog. Okay, and on your next inhale, take the left leg up towards the sky. Bend at the knee, bringing it all the way through, stacking in between your hands, but just leave it hovering by your chest, knee to the chest, and then stack in between, making room. Inhale, drop the knee down, inhale, rise up, and exhale, forward with the hips. Okay, lovely. Looking up as you do it. Okay, inhale, lengthen, exhale, draw your hands down, come back into our downward dog. And then all we're going to do is jump forward, step forward, into our half forward fold. Exhale, full forward fold. And then let's come up vertebrae by vertebrae. Exhale, hands to heart center, into our Tadasana, our mountain pose. All right. Okay. So let's, from our Tadasana, put all your weight on your right leg. Find somewhere you can focus, pick a point, and then get your balance, bring your left knee up to your chest. Hold it, feel your big toe on the ground, your little toe either side of your heel. Squeeze the core together. Okay, and release your leg down without touching the floor. You're going to bring it through, lowering the torso down and bringing your leg up to the rear into our warrior three. Put bend in the knee if you need to. Okay, and release your leg nice and slowly, your rear leg to the ground. Put bend in the knee if you need to. And we're going to be in our high crescent. And inhale, lengthen, exhale, draw the knee down. Bring your hands either side of your foot and then come back into our downward dog. Lower the elbows down to the ground, grabbing hold, interlocking your fingers and bringing your legs closer towards your body so your shoulders are just above your above the ground, and your hips are above your shoulders in line, and you're just holding, engaging the core, engaging your thighs, and come up onto your hands. That was our dolphin. Take your hands, your legs back into our downward dog, and nice wave, coming up on your toes through into plank, taking your right hand into the middle, turning to your left. Coming into our side plank, take your left leg up towards the sky. And you're in a kind of star shape. All right, in 3, 2, 1, release there, come round to the front, take your left hand into the center, turn to your right, arm up towards the sky in line with your other one, and then once you've got your balance, bring your right leg up. For 3, 2, 1, and release there. Come forward. We're going to come down into our chaturanga, so lower your body down. Inhale up to cobra or up dog, and then back to down dog. Okay. And we're going to jump forward, step forward into our half forward fold. Exhale, full forward fold. And then coming up vertebrae by vertebrae, all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Coming into our Tadasana. Last one of this sequence. So we're going to take our left foot, plant it on the ground, put all your weight, and then get your balance, get your focus, bring your right knee up towards your chest, and just engage the core, nice strong legs, and drop the right leg down, come through into our warrior 3. Okay, and slowly drop the leg to the rear into our high crescent. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, draw the knee down and the hands. Put your hands down and come back into our downward dog. And come forward if you need to, or adjust yourself. And then lower your elbows down, interlock your fingers, walk your hands forward, feet forward into our dolphin. Allow the head to just float above the mat. Engage in the core, nice strong shoulders, but relax. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Rise up into downward dog again. Adjusting your position. Raising up onto the toes, into plank. Taking your right hand into the center again. Turn to the left. Raising your hand up. And then lastly, once you've got your balance, raise up with your left leg. For 3, 2, and 1. Slowly, nice and controlled, come round to the front. Put your left arm in, turn to your right, taking your arm up to the sky. And once you've got your balance, taking your right leg up towards the ceiling. All right. And in 3, 2, 1, and release there. Okay, take a breath. As you lower, exhale, and then into our upward dog or cobra, and then come back into our downward dog. Lovely. Okay, now we're just going to jump forward, step forward, into a half forward fold, exhale, full forward fold, and coming up vertebrae by vertebrae, all the way up, inhaling as we exhale, hands to heart center, coming into our Tadasana. Have a drink of water if you need it. Okay. Right, ready for the second second part of the session. Okay, coming into our Tadasana, and make sure your blocks to hand as well, either side of your mat, easily reachable. Okay, so inhale, take your arms up, and exhale, down, forward folding, hinging at the hips, bringing the head all the way down. Inhale, up to half forward fold, exhale, plant your palms down, step back into plank. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, draw the whole body down. Inhale, up into up dog or cobra, and then back to downward dog. Okay, inhale, take the right leg up to the sky, bend at the knees, bring it all the way through, stacking in between your hands. Adjust your rear foot, take it out to the right angle, and then swing your body upwards into our warrior 2. And then back into reverse warrior. Couple of breaths. And as we inhale, rise the body up, and then we're going to exhale into our side angle stretch. So, extended side angle. Place the block there if you need to rise up, because sometimes the butt comes out and we're all like this, so we just need to rise up with the block, pushing the hips forward, and place the block away, but bring your body round to the front. Bring your blocks together, because we're going to bring the rear foot in slightly and straighten up with the front leg. into our pyramid pose. All right. Okay, for 3, 2, 1, bend in the knee, place your palms down, come back into downward dog. Okay, move through chaturanga, so come up, chaturanga, move through vinyasa, so come up onto your toes, round up your spine into our plank, releasing the body down to the ground without touching if you can, and then into up dog, back to downward dog. Okay, take the left leg up towards the sky, put a bend in the knee, bring it all the way through, stacking in between your hands. Adjust your rear foot, ready to come up into our warrior two. So bend into that front leg and push out on the rear foot. So it's nice and even. And then we're going to come back into our reverse warrior, bending into that front leg still, while straightening the rear leg. And coming into our warrior two, straight down into our extended side angle. Now if your hips are up like this, bring them down. Okay, perfect. You may not need the block. If you don't, that's great. And really sort of bend into your hips. Come forward, hips forward, feet forward, and then back into downward dog. Okay, and let's move through chaturanga. So up onto your toes, down into chaturanga, inhale up to cobra or up dog, and then back to downward dog. Okay, taking the right leg up towards the sky. I'm going to do it again, so bend at the knee, bringing it all the way through, stacking in between your hands. Adjusting your rear foot, swinging up into our warrior two. And coming back into reverse warrior and into our warrior two again, into our side angle. Alright, so we're going a bit faster this time. And let's move down to the front, adjust your feet, and then come up into our pyramid. Okay. And put a bend in the knee, coming back through into our downward dog. Alright, taking your left leg up towards the sky, put a bend in the knee, bring it all the way through, stacking in between your hands. Adjust your rear foot, swing up into our warrior two. Go into our reverse warrior. And then down into our warrior two, and then sweep down into our extended side angle. For 3, 2, 1. Bring both your feet round and your body. Adjust your footing, rear foot to come inwards a bit. Straighten up that front leg into our pyramid pose. Okay, for 3, 2, 1. Put bend in the front leg. Put your hands down, step back into our downward dog. And you'll be pleased to know, take your knees to the side and come into our child's pose. So just drop your head onto the mat, relaxing down. Bring your your bum towards the heels. Okay, perfect. All right. Okay, I'm going to adjust this camera slightly because we're going to go into our handstand. Well, not quite a handstand. I shall explain. I think that should be fine. Right, I just need to bring this forward slightly. Right, in fact, I'm going to take it back. I'm going to take this back a little bit so you can see it. Right, so what you need to do now is put your mat right up against the wall, okay? And if you don't want to use the wall, then you don't need to. However, I do strongly recommend it. And I'm going to take our straps. If you haven't got a strap, it's quite all right. And make sure you feed it through correctly so you can adjust accordingly. And then what we're going to do is take the strap just above our elbows, all right? Just above our elbows. Now you don't have to go into your handstand, all right? All I would like you to do is just put your back flat against the wall, and I'll explain. Okay, so come onto our knees and we come down onto our elbows. All right, so our position is going to be like this. Clutching, interlocking the fingers. Okay, and push your fingers right to the edge of your mat and against the wall. All right, then you're going to place your head right, the crown of the head on the mat, right in sort of the top corner of the triangle. I think I just need to adjust this a bit because it's kind of strangling me otherwise. Alright, so this should be hip, shoulder width apart, okay? So once again, come down. And then what you're going to do is make your head nice and strong, make your hands nice and strong, and you're going to bring your feet up towards your body until your back, you can feel your back on the wall, all right? And you're pushing towards the wall and you're pushing up on your toes, right? Until you can't get any further. And then if you want, you can take up one knee and then the other, and then just come up. If you want, or you could stay where you are. And then if you want to, sort of bring your bum away from the wall and your feet if you wanted to. It's entirely up to you. Okay, and when you come down, bend at the knees, come down first, nice and slowly, nice and easy. And just make sure your neck is nice and strong, okay? Engage the core. So when you're coming up and bringing your feet all the way up, you literally cannot go any further. So the only way is to bring your legs up. Now another way of doing this as well is putting your hands down and your head right up against the wall. And then coming up this way. So you've still got 3 points of contact. Until, well, so head right up against the wall, pushing right up until you touch the wall. You know, once again, you could just stay here, it's up to you, and you could practice just releasing your feet. Whew. So, if you give that a go, you can't even see my head. Give that a go, that'd be fantastic. Right, please be careful. You've really got to have that neck nice and strong, and make sure your shoulders, your hips are in line with your shoulders, all right? Because if you're rounding up your spine, you're going to potentially kind of crumble, all right? So just make sure, and use your strap to make you strong, because it will give you a stable sort of base to put your head, all right? So good luck, and I hope you enjoy. Right, we're just going to finish off this now. Just finish off the session. Okay, so coming down onto your mat in a seated position. All right. Bring your knees up towards your chest. I'm going to go into our boat pose. So you have your hands behind if you want, and bring your legs up to the parallel, your shins parallel to the ground, and raise your arms beside, nice straight back. And then what we're going to do is just lower down without touching the ground with our head or our feet. For 3, 2, 1, and come up into boat again, nice and strong. And on the exhale, lower down. For 3, 2, 1, come up again. And lower down. For 3, 2, 1, and come up into boat again. And we're going to release there. All right, take your legs out in front of you. Inhale, and as we exhale, we're going to bring our body forward, folding, hinging at the hips, releasing. And then we're going to inhale and exhale and start to really slow our breathing down. Okay, inhale, take the body up and bend at the knee, inhale up, twist round to the left side using the outer elbow and the outer knee. Pushing your body round, rotating your spine. Okay, and bring your body round. Take your leg out, bring your right leg up. Inhale, your arms up towards the sky and rotate your body round to the side. Okay, breathing nice and evenly, and then bring your leg back round again. And all we're going to do is bring the knees to the chest and just roll up and down, up and down. All right. Okay. What I would like you to do now is bring yourself into a lying position, like so. Into your corpse pose and just completely relax. Tuck your tailbone in, under, if your lower back's not reaching the ground. Okay, and really slow your breathing down. All right. And what we're going to do now is just relax your body, and what I would like you to do is just connect with your breath, feeling your ribs coming up, okay, and just allowing yourself to breathe nice and deeply. Bring in your inhale and exhale. Inhaling in through your nose, exhaling out through your nose or out through your mouth. And then what I would like you to do is count 5 seconds in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold your breath for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, one more time. Inhale, taking a nice big deep inhale all the way down to your belly for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe out for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And hold for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Great work. Okay, and now just really relax yourself completely. Connect with your breath. Really slow your breathing down. And now completely relax yourself. Relax all those small muscles around your eyes, around your jaw. Just allow your jaw to part and your tongue to fall down to the bottom of your mouth. Relaxing every single part of your face and your jaw, and knowing how it feels to be completely relaxed. And allow your body to follow by releasing that relaxation down your neck, across your shoulders, and your shoulders just sinking into the mat along with your arms. And your vertebrae from the top, your spine from the top to the bottom is releasing with your out breath every vertebrae by vertebrae all the way down, ensuring complete relaxation as your spine just sinks into your mat, deeper and deeper, more and more relaxed. And your arms feel so relaxed. So heavy. Your stomach is relaxing, your hips, and that relaxation is being moved down both of your feet towards the tips of your toes. Your legs feeling very heavy, so heavy that you just don't want to move. You are just relaxed and in such bliss. Now you know how it feels to be relaxed. Using this as an anchor anytime you feel the need to come into rest and digest with your nervous system. Just relaxing, releasing. As you're breathing in all the way up to your head. As you're breathing out, all the way down to the bottom of your toes. Feeling amazing, feeling relaxed. And now, if the weather's disappointing you right now, feels dark and grey and miserable, I would like you to use your powerful imagination now to imagine that warm light above your head, beaming down on the crown chakra, filling your body with amazing warmth. And where comes that warmth comes the happiness and the relaxation and the positivity. So allow that warmth to just seep all the way down to your toes, feeling like a nice warm hug around your shoulders and your upper back. And now you can use this anytime you look at the weather and just feel a bit grey, because now you feel amazing and there is a completely different colour changing it, changing how you feel.